A call on the federal government to appoint 37 commissioners into Federal Character Commission to aid effective delivery of its mandates. This is a commission set up with the sole aim of ensuring effective distribution of government positions, employment to various states in this country, including the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. That commission has been running without commissioners. The only one standing at the moment is a commissioner from Zamfara State, and he has been appointed as the acting chairman of that commission, meaning that that commission does not have a commissioner. I think, in my opinion, just like I read in the motion, there is serious need as a parliament, as the people representative, for the leadership of the National Assembly to set up a committee that comprises of the senators and members of House of Reps to look into this matter, to interface with the executive, to play oversight function on all health institutions, all the agencies, so that this matter can be controlled. Because if we don't do this, it's going to spread like wildfire across the entire country. And that will not be good for our economy. That will not be good for the lives of the people that we represent. Mr. Speaker, the one that really worries us the most is the fact that when you go to Kenya, where ESTV is providing the same service to Kenya, in that place, they are charging pay as you go. And when you consider the population of Kenya, it's just about 47 million, compared to the market in Nigeria, 200 million Nigerians. We have already taken a decision that pay as you go is not going back. That's the decision we have taken. Later, we cannot afford to connive with fraudsters and economic saboteurs who softly defraud the country and the citizens by their way of billing. So we had a very fruitful engagement with StarTime service provider. They were there yesterday. And then we first commended StarTime for what they have done. At least the pay-as-you-go model, which some other providers said that is not doable, is something they have already done. What we mean by pay-as-you-go in our own local definition here is that they can provide opportunity for Nigerians that are not stationary in one place to have the opportunity of subscribing for the period they are going to spend in a particular location, like daily plan. You can do weekly plan. You can do 2 weeks before the monthly. So that's what StarTime has been able to do.
Sure.
And
I believe, Mr. President, that I know that is somebody that believes in the fight against corruption. I believe that as soon as this resolution of the House today gets to Mr. President, is going to do justice by setting up the Council on Public Procurement, and that is his own responsibility. Then the Council will in turn set up public procurement, because the one that was set up before now was done in flagrant, to the law. As of now, the law that established Procurement Act does not recognize the current directors of BPP. So that particular agency of government, BPP, stand dissolved by virtue of that motion, pending when the President will act on it.
The first thing is for us to set up special courts. These special courts to try rape and other gender-based violence is to give accelerated hearing. One of the reasons perpetrators of this act continue to perpetrate on a daily basis is because they know that even if they are being caught, nothing will happen. If they take this matter to the regular court, where they have thousands of cases, lining up, before it gets to their turn, I mean, the minor that was raped at the age of 4 would have, get to the age of 15, 20.
And
so
you take into consideration that when you look at the population of foreign investors in Ghana, Nigeria constitutes the highest population because of the proximity. So when the speaker heard about this, as a very pragmatic leader that he is, he quickly swung into action by visiting the president to ensure that they have that bilateral talk to see how, something can be done about that. And I can tell you from the authority that the president has accepted from the authority to repeal that particular act.
Mandate the federal government to, as a matter of urgency, release the take-off grants meant for the University of Uyo, mandate the Committee on Tertiary Education and Services to liaise with the federal government to ensure compliance and report back within 4 weeks for further legislative action. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I so move.
Federal constituency, I'm not sure my people understand what you call school feeding program. Let's look at how far this program has been running. The program has been on for years now. I think for me it's for us to review the impacts that the program has generated before we can think of whether to scrap it or not. So I think I support the call for probe on this particular program. Let's look at how much that we have sunk in and then take statistics of the beneficiaries. The first thing that we should do is for us to open our border to see how we can bring in more items. I know that a country that relies so much on importation of food items is not really a good country. But I think there should be immediate remediation before we can think of the permanence. The permanence still remain for us to really focus on agriculture. Anywhere I go to, I keep talking about, enhancement of agriculture. That is the only way we can really be self-sufficient as a country. We are not paying attention to agriculture. The next one now is for us to sit down and develop kind of a framework that will guide these members of the commission to design a template that will favor the disabled people. It is not just here in Nigeria that we are thinking about the plight of the disabled people. Go to abroad. Every design that you have in their structure has provision for disabled.
Donor agencies across the globe have been able to donate to this country in terms of projects over 10 trillion naira. So that is huge amount of money. And for us, in the National Assembly and other Nigerians, they hate so much about donor agencies' activities in the country, but they can't really see, the impacts. The projects are not visible. Education for our children is the future of this country. Education for the youth of this country, I believe, is what will solve the current crisis, social vices that is going on in the country. That the current unemployment situation that is ravaging this country can only be solved through skill acquisition education. Education for just certificate cannot solve the current unemployment problem of this country. The only solution right now is for our youth to be skilled, empowered. And today, I'm here to fulfill that part of promise that I made by assembling 1,000 different tools for empowerment.